Hi, this is Stephanie Robbins. My research project is on the pros and cons of integrating social media into the classroom. Um, at first, I kind of was really leaning towards only elementary school through high school, and then when I started doing research, there was a lot of information on the college level and undergraduate and graduate. Actually, one of the videos that I just added to the playlist was a pretty cool video of college students sharing their experiences at Duke. Um, how in the lecture hall they tweet highlights during the lecture, kind of so their other classmates can go back and go through the tweets to kind of see what were the main points of a lecture. Because when you're kind of sitting in an hour or 2 hour lecture with 70 other students, it's kind of easy to drift off and miss some stuff. So there's always that, you could always go back to the news feed of Twitter. Um, and then what I really liked was the second video was an elementary school teacher explaining how we should be using technology and social media in the classroom. She kind of says that we're in the digital age and the kids are younger than her and, more hip and experienced with the technology, that she should be incorporating it into her classroom. And one really cool thing I found was that her students record themselves. I wasn't sure if it was just a recording or a video, but regardless, they record themselves reading at the beginning of the year and then at the end of the year. So they really get to hear the difference in their voice, how they pronounce the words, how much more smooth it sounds. And she said, like, the kids get all excited for each other at how much of a difference they make. So those were kind of just, and then the third video was kind of the same thing. Students in school using social media for discussion questions. They have unique hashtags, and how it increases class participation, and they use it for debate. There's a lot of different things you can do. So my goals of this research project were, I kind of expected something that I expected that I didn't actually find was a lot of cons, a lot of people against it. I'm sure if I went out and interviewed every teacher in a school, there would probably be more people against it. But what I'm finding online, really the only cons that I've seen is kind of that it could be a distraction. Students could use it for different purposes than what you're planning on them to use. It can detract from human interaction. I know it kind of can hinder your communication skills. They say people are so used to texting that they don't know how to really come face to face and communicate with people. But again, they're doing it anyway. So in class, I think you just can't overkill it. You'll incorporate the technology and also do traditional learning. Also, the cyberbullying. I know someone's actually doing their whole project on that. But that's a big thing. Someone could be getting bullied in or out of class. And then, of course, inappropriate content. The pros, which were expected, I'm kind of leaning, obviously I'm pro of this, so my research project will definitely kind of be showing at the end that we should integrate this in classroom and kind of explain the cons, but explain how we can overcome the cons. So some of the pros are that it can, increase student collaboration. It can encourage more participation because some people might feel more comfortable tweeting something back at a teacher rather than raising their hand. It could be useful for homework help. They could, message anybody in their class. Maybe they can tweet it and people can answer, or, post on Facebook a status or something like that. It's easy to share resources. And it definitely helps with the communication between parents, teachers, and students. I know, like, I used Class Dojo in my class right now, and it's just easy to tweet. We have Don't Forget, Reminder, Quiz Friday, something like that. So I really don't have any questions. I kind of understand what I'm doing. I've started making my PowerPoint, and kind of, I think the only hard part is organizing it, because I'm not sure if I would rather list the pros and cons and then go into different kind of elements of it. It's the safety element, the community, how parents feel, how teachers feel, stuff like that, or if I should kind of explain everything first, then list the pros and cons. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, just kind of organizing the whole thing, but my research and findings are there for the most part.